All right, let's look at using some more advanced techniques for fixing problems with images. And in this exercise, we're going to use some layer masking. So I'm going to share my screen with you. We're going to go to the bridge. I'm going to double click on the picture, problem fixed before. Let's zoom in on the image. So I got this from the Jack Davis WOW book. And this is Jack Davis's sister. And it's like her high school yearbook picture, something like that. First thing you'll notice is that there's a guide in here. I can draw down guides. If you go to view, you'll see that we can turn on and off rulers. And once I draw those rulers down, I can grab and pull out guides. And usually you grab these guides and pull them down when you're lining things up, you're doing something graphically. And I can have objects snap to those guides. Why he chose to put guides on his sister's face, I'll never know. But we're going to delete the guides, go to view, and choose clear guides. So it's going to take that guide off of there. So what we want to do is we want to remove all these pock marks, all these dark blemished spots, these spots on the picture. And this is a very clever technique that he worked up for doing this. So first thing I want to do is copy the layer. I'm going to click on my layer thumbnail, drag it down to the make new layer button. That makes a new layer. Or I can hit Control-J on the keyboard, which will jump whichever layer is selected up. And if I have data in that layer selected, it'll jump that up. In this case, it's jumping up the whole layer. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Filter. I'm going to go down to, let's see here. We're going to go to Noise, and we're going to choose Dust and Scratches. And I'm going to set the Dust and Scratches to about 4. And click OK. And what I've done is I've successfully gotten rid of all those dark blemishes on the picture. The problem is I've also gotten rid of all the detail. So I want to have my cake and eat it too. And this is how, in this case, we're going to be able to do that. So we're going to go up to layer. We're going to go to layer mask, and we're going to choose hide all. So it's going to hide all the content on the top layer. Then we've got my paintbrush. Use the left and right square bracket keys to change the size of my paintbrush. And I want to put white forward, and then I just dap it over the damaged areas in the picture, and it lifts them right out. And I've used this technique on quite a few other pictures, and it works really well. And so you're blurring it over the image, but it's in such small proportions that it's barely noticeable by the audience. And so I can go ahead and take out all of the blemishes from the picture in this fashion. And that's a very clever technique. I wish I could take credit for having figured it out. I did not. I found it in the book, and I'm passing it on to you. And I hope you find this to be useful. So after I do this, if there's still any problems, I could go on with the clone stamp tool and do some cleanup with the clone stamp tool. In this particular case, there really isn't a lot else that's wrong. It's really just all these pock marks and blemishes. So let's stop there. We'll see you on the other side.